What's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. Today we're actually going to do some work on the Evo. I have it here behind me. We'll get into that here in a little bit. I actually spent probably most of the morning cleaning out the garage. Like I said in the previous video, I recently moved and I had to get a lot of stuff out of here, but I finally got room to actually work on the Evo. And the garage, ultimately for me, I want to turn it into like my actual little workshop. So you guys are going to see a lot of Evo vids filmed here in my garage. And I got to get a workbench. I got to get the engine stand and cherry picker for the 4G63. I'm gonna start that build series here very soon, so stay tuned for that. For today, we're gonna do a few modifications to the Evo, something I ordered a little while back and it's been sitting in the box. And I really didn't feel like working on the car today, I'm not gonna lie. I'm working on my other job Monday through Friday, and the weekends are kind of my time to sit back and relax, but it's always nice to actually get out here and wrench a little bit. My car guys, gearheads, you know what I'm talking about. So we'll go ahead and get into the Evo and talk about what we're gonna do today. All right, guys, we're gonna be taking off the OEM headlights today, along with the side marker, side reflector, and replacing it with these black housing headlights, along with some smoked side indicators or side markers, whatever you want to call them. And I think this will actually complete the look I'm going for as far as the two-tone. I mentioned like way back in the day, like a Stormtrooper look. So we got the two-tone black vents on the hood and the black Evo 3 writing on the side. And then I did the tail lights. Now I think on the front, I think it's really gonna set the car off. So I've had these for a little bit and finally gonna get around to putting them on today. And I think it'll really change the whole look of the car. So I'm pretty excited about that. The ultimate plan for the car right now, I don't know if I've mentioned a whole lot about the car. I do have the spare 4G63 over there. I'm gonna be doing the build series on that. And the ultimate goal is to have like a pretty bulletproof 4G63 and drop it in here. But for this car, in the meantime, while I'm working on that, I wanna get this in here. And then actually I kind of want to get it dynoed ahead of time just to see what the baseline is. I have very few mods on here. The car, she pulls great, but I think if I add the downpipe, I've got some 560 yellow top injectors from an Evo 7, get the ECU, fuel pump, fuel pressure regulator, and crank the boost just a little bit. I would like to see maybe 300 wheel horsepower out of the car. I don't know what it is right now. I know factory's like 270 to the crank, with the drivetrain loss and all that, probably 220 to the wheels. I'm not exactly sure, but I would love to see 300 to the wheels and then shoot for maybe 450. I don't know if that's too much. Maybe 400, 450, we'll see. But I would like the Evo just to be pretty much a Mustang or a Camaro killer. That's kind of what I'm going for out here. A lot of the cars here in Georgia where I live are all muscle cars. And I would just like to be able to take the Evo out on the street or to the track mainly, and you know, give the Mustang owners a little run for their money. We'll see. But enough about that. We'll go ahead and pop the hood, see what exactly we need to remove. I think we might have to remove the front bumper, not exactly sure. Get the OEM ones out, get these in, and then the side marker lights, I'm pretty sure they just pop out, pop back in. Take a look at that. But first, let's get the headlights in. And the old 4G looking dirty again. I know you guys have been bugging me to get this painted. I think when I pull this engine out, I might just leave it as is, OEM, and then the 4G in here, I'm definitely gonna get the valve cover painted. And I think I'm gonna go with black, maybe red lettering. Not 100% sure what I'm gonna do on that. But intake manifold will be replaced. Intake, obviously, pretty much the whole works. We're gonna make this car look good. It's a marathon, not a sprint. I don't know timeline, time frame, but I'd like to do it sooner than later. So we're just gonna dive into the car, but I do have a few bits, so I can ramble on. I haven't talked to you guys in forever, and I'm super excited to finally have the car, have my garage, and get hands-on with it. All right, I'm pretty sure, looks a little tight in here. I know there's some bolts. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to remove at least the top portion of the bumper and get it pulled down, then see if I can access the bolts and get the headlights out of here. And then the OEM springs, my Evo 3 owners out there, you know what I'm talking about. I think it's the dumbest idea, but there's a spring that connects from the corner light. I don't even know where they go, honestly. I know I had one, and when I was like messing with my bumper, it popped off. I didn't have one on the other side. So if you don't have that spring in place or anything to hold the corner light in, ultimately, like, there's nothing bolted in here. It literally just kind of like snaps into the actual headlight itself. So there's nothing screwed in here. So it's kind of flimsy, kind of loose. And my corner light actually came off and was dangling around when I was on the highway. No bueno. But I do have new springs with the kit, huge plus. And I got this off of eBay. I think it was the last one they had available. Sorry, Evo 3 guys, if you're looking to get the headlights. They might have more available in the future. Not exactly sure, but I saw it was the last one. I had to jump on it because I've been eyeing them for a little while now. And then these, same thing, eBay. I think they're from a Mirage or a Lancer. I can't remember exactly, but I'll put all that information down in the description below. But I'm gonna go ahead and set the camera up on the tripod and get to work on this. All right, that should be enough. I removed the 3 10mm bolts along the top and then the 2 on both sides. Never mind, we got 3 underneath here as well. I forgot about those, and you have to use a Allen key. Pain in the butt, but hey, the bumper's on there nice and secure. So let me find the Allen key and then we'll get these 3 removed, and that should give us enough leverage to get the bumper out. And these, I think you just need to push them. I put just a dab of silicone on here to keep them in place, but there we go. Too easy. So I don't know if it's needed or not, but I'm gonna go ahead and remove the coolant overflow reservoir. It looks like it could be in the way, so pretty easy. I think there's, yeah, just 2 bolts, 12 mil, one here and one down there by the battery. It takes 5 seconds, might as well go ahead and get it out the way. Disconnect the hose right here off the lid and it comes right out. And then removing the corner lights gives you access to the 2 bolts right here. Corner lights super easy to pop off. I'm pretty sure, looking at the headlights themselves, it looks like there's 2 here and then the 2 like right over here. So I think it's 4 total. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove those, and hopefully this will come right out. Unplug it, it should pop right out. So the 2 over there, super easy, didn't have to remove the battery. These break pretty easily, just like that. So this should be all 4 bolts. And then we just need to unplug the headlight, I'm pretty sure. It's kind of awkward because you've got the screws coming through here on the frame and then over here. So I might have to come around the other side, move the bumper, and then try to wiggle them out. All right, one thing after another. So now I think I have to unbolt this piece right here, and then that should let me pull this out the way, because now the tab here is getting snagged right here. So let me go ahead and unbolt that and see if we can get some more clearance. All right, went ahead and undid the plug. And there we go, OEM headlight out. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Granted, it's not a big job, it's headlights. Sometimes they're super easy depending on the car. This one, so far, not too bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and get everything transferred over from here onto the new headlights, and then I'll do the left side and then we'll go work the right side. And if you guys wanna see these headlights side by side, here's what they look like. I think the black is gonna look so good. And we'll just take a look at them from the top. These aren't bad looking for a 25-year-old car, but this did come with the weather seal here. Obviously all the hardware is nice and fresh. We got the headlight adjustment dials. I'm definitely gonna save these. I don't get rid of any OEM parts except for my OEM exhaust. I really didn't have anywhere to put it, and I kind of regret that now, but I still have my factory tails and factory headlights. Hey, Evo 3 guys out there, if you're interested in some headlights and you wanna make an offer, I'm always down to negotiate. But in the meantime, I'll probably just put them up on the shelf. And if I ever wanna go back, I can always switch it over. My biggest thing with eBay parts or any kind of like aftermarket parts, like these don't have any moisture in them. And I don't know how well these are sealed off. So fingers crossed, hopefully they're on the better side or the higher end of an eBay set, but only time will tell on that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the bulb out, throw it in here, and then we'll go ahead and get this in the car and then work on the corner light. There's the yellow bulb. These are in the car when I got them. I wasn't a big fan initially, but they don't produce the most amount of light at night, but I rarely drive the car at night. But they've kind of grown on me. So we'll go ahead and slide these in here. Bulb is in. Now we just throw the weather seal over here, and that is it for the transfer of parts from headlight to headlight. It's really only the bulb. Still have that yellow glare from the bulb, which is kind of cool. It's got that OG rally look. All right, let's go ahead and throw her in. Now for the fun part, to try to finagle these in here. There we go. We're in there like swimwear, baby. Nice fit, nice and snug. Now I just got the 4 bolts here, and we'll just go ahead and get this torqued down and then work on the corner lights, and that should be it for the actual headlight assembly. So while I'm getting these tightened down, I figured it'd be a good time to catch up with you guys. I'm actually checking, I posted right before I started doing this, I posted on Instagram whether I was gonna do it or not, and a lot of you were like, just do it, just do it. And I'm reading the comments, it's like 90% for it. There's a few of you that are like, no, stick with the OEM. But hey, I already bought them, and this is something that I've been actually wanting to do for a while, and I've seen a lot of Evos. I think in Malaysia, Thailand, Philippines, or the Protons. Pretty much any car that has this frame, this headlight, anytime I see the black housing headlight, I think it looks so good. And I think white on black is gonna look killer. But yeah, I'm actively looking at y'all's comments. Some of you guys are like, no, don't do it. Well, too late. But like I said, I still got the OEM one, so if I hate it or I get tired of it, I could always swap back. But I highly doubt that's gonna happen. But you never know. I definitely need some new tools, guys. My 3/8 socket is so jacked up. Definitely gonna go invest in some new tools. You guys got any recommendations? Just ball out, get some Snap-on, or go hit up Harbor Freight. So many options. Japan had great hardware stores, but I'm not gonna lie, their stuff was super expensive. For my guys out in Japan, you know, going to Make Man, everything was expensive. Now for the corner. So it came with a bulb, so I don't even have to like swap the bulb over, which is nice. But now I just got to figure out this spring, because I'm not too familiar with it. I know it hooks in. I don't know if this side goes in here or if this side, and then I think it connects to the frame somewhere. Not 100% sure. I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't figure it out. I sat there for a minute. So my Evo 3 guys out there, I'm not gonna be putting these in, but I know they're kind of hard to find and sought after, so I'm gonna have a set of these. I think I'm gonna do what I did with my OEM headlights to prevent the corner from coming out. I took a little bit of white silicone, and where the two tabs go into the actual headlight, I put a dab of silicone on the backside, and then when it hardened, it kind of created like a little elastic, I don't know, seal, if you will, and it never came out. This one is in there nice and tight. Like when I push it in, it kind of like clicked into place. So I don't even think this one's gonna come out, but just to be safe, I'm gonna go ahead and put the silicone and ditch the springs. So hit me up if you need them. I got them. So I don't even want to show you guys what the car looks like. I took a step back and it looks freaking awesome, but we're gonna wait until I get the right side done, and then I'll get the bumper all buttoned back up, check fitment, all that good stuff, and then we'll do a final reveal and then work on the side markers or the reflectors. I don't know what they're called. I can't remember. I'm so bad with it. I think they're side markers, reflectors, one of the two. Maybe it's both. But we're gonna go ahead and work on the right side. Same thing. Already got the corner light out. Do the 4 bolts, unplug it, pull it out, and then we'll get the new one in there. I was hoping the right side was gonna be just as easy, but now we've got all the AC lines in the way. We got the hard lines right here. So it might take a little bit more finesse to get to the 2 bolts on the inside of the headlight. The 2 on the outside, super easy when the corner light's removed. Those are easy, but I'm gonna work on the 2 on the inside. I just might have to finesse it around a little bit, but we'll make it work. All right, I got the 4 bolts out. I will say the bottom one over here, I don't think the camera can pick it up. The bottom one wasn't too bad, but the top one's literally like right here. So you've got these cables, you've got the radiator, you have the AC hard lines right here that aren't moving. So you really have to find like a really tricky angle to get in there. Unless you have, you know, proper tools, which I don't, but I managed to get them out. So now we're gonna go ahead and try to finesse and get the actual headlight itself out, which is always the fun part, right? Headlights are out. So I'm gonna go ahead and transfer the bulb, and then we'll pick back up once I have the headlight ready to go back in, and then we'll get this side done. Of course, nothing ever goes smooth when you think it's gonna go smooth, right? So I got the 2 bolts over here, good to go. These 2 match up to the holes on the frame. However, right here, this plastic piece sticking out is just snagging. And no matter what I do, how I move it, I can't get the clearance to get it pushed in. This side, I mean, it was super tight, but I don't think these were manufactured, obviously, to OEM spec. And this tab right here is just a little bit too big. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull the Dremel out, and then I might just shave down this little piece right here. I'm gonna mark it, cut like a little slit in it, and it should go right in. But I can't get it in, and I know when I put the bumper on, it's just not gonna look right. So gotta pull the old trusty Dremel out. So stay tuned. So I took the Dremel and shaved off just a little bit right there, and I'm hoping that'll give me enough clearance to get the actual headlight in. And just safety note, anybody using a Dremel out there, make sure you use the iPro at all times. But let's go ahead and get this bad boy in there. All right, the headlight is in, the Dremel worked, and now I just got to plug in the headlight in the DRL, and then we'll get the corner on, close the hood, and take a look at the car. I know that's what you guys are really waiting on. Probably a boring video, maybe helpful to some of the Evo 3 guys out there, who knows, but content's content, and I just felt like filming and y'all requested it, so here you go. Headlight video. Headlights are in. I actually function checked them, which I highly recommend all of you guys doing if you do any kind of headlight installation like this. Whenever you get everything connected, actually go ahead and hit your headlights, hit your blinkers, make sure everything works, because the last thing you want to do is put them in there, get everything buttoned back up, and then all of a sudden something's not working right and then you got to redo work. So everything's working on the headlights. The reveal here very shortly, but now we're just going to work on getting the side marker light out, or the side blinker, whatever you want to call it. Comment down below. You guys are probably going to blast me. I'm going to use a little flathead. These pop right out. Super easy. It should take about, I don't know, 30 seconds on each side. So let's go. Boom. Just like that. And then we've got the little plug right here. Too easy. Pretty sure there's a bulb in there. We'll go ahead and say there's a bulb in there. We'll plug it in and then check it out real quick. I'll set that right there. Yeah, she works. That's kind of annoying. The OEM one is just a little bit bigger on the outside. And when I had my paint job done, actually, I think they removed it for the paint job. I think just this right here kind of scraped along here. I might be able to buff that out. I don't know if the camera can pick that up. You can see like right there. We'll try to buff it out, not a big deal. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, you can see right here, there's a little bit of white paint. Looks like some overspray. That's strange, because if they painted the fenders, I don't know if they took the front fenders off. I got update photos, but I can't remember. It'd be pretty upsetting if they just taped it off right here, but it is what it is. There's no going back now. See how this one looks. Oh, this one looks a lot better. I'm gonna go ahead and push the car out. Sun came out, and then we'll see what the Evo looks like with the new lights. Stay tuned. Guys, you have no idea how good the car looks right now. Oh my God. I'm super stoked. I pulled it out in the light. Who cares? Let me just flip the camera and show you guys. Let me know what you think. It looks like a different car. I literally backed it out and then like walked in front, and I didn't even really recognize it. Oh, it looks so aggressive. Take a little look from the side with the smoked out side markers. So glad I did it. Oh man, I'm so glad I pulled the trigger on these. I've been waiting so long, and I saw it was the last set, and I was like, you know what, I gotta do it. I gotta do it. I had so many things above this on like the priority list, but I was like, you know what, let me just go ahead and get these headlights. And yeah, I was really debating whether I wanted to put them on today or not. And I was like, if I would have known they were gonna look this good, I would have done it immediately, right when I got back. Let me know what you guys think. I'm really feeling it. Expect a whole bunch of photos on Instagram with the new headlights. If you're not following me already, Captain26, go check it out. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. I got the Evo in the garage, all tucked away. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Hit that like button, comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of the new headlights. Stay tuned for more car content. I got a lot coming for you guys. As always, catch you on the next video. Later.